What's going on, family? Did you enjoy my hour-long rant in the last video? We are taking this life day by day, one day at a time, minute by minute, hour by hour. Everybody's in a hoopla over all types of things. And what is meant to be will be, whether we like it or not. Okay? Okay. We're going to do a little soul's journey today. Oh, that's me rebooting. Always rebooting. Always rebooting. I need some eye well. Okay. After a certain age, you need eye well. I don't even want to say after a certain age, because everybody who gets to a particular age does not need glasses. But I do. Technically, I always have needed glasses. I have a left eye that when I was born was just like, you know, we're not going to work very well. I'm not going to work very well for you. No. And I don't care what you do, who you go see, you know. But I'm thinking about getting the LASIK. Just for the one eye. Because why not? I started looking into if my insurance would pay for it, and then I stopped. So this is a sign. As a matter of fact, I'm going to write it down to get back into looking into it. Because that's what I need to do. Is look into it. Yas, child, yas. Yeah, I hope that you're doing good. Listen, stop letting people give you shit, okay? About the things that you choose for your life, where you want to go, how you wanted to get there, what you want to do. Like, you got to stop letting people give you shit about it. And you need to do more research into why you want to do that thing, or more research as into to solidify it for yourself. Like, that's what you should be concentrating on. Not the he says, the they says, the whatever this person got to say about your life, what you're doing, how you're doing it. But what you're doing for your life. How you're maintaining, sustaining, and moving along. And look more into that as opposed to what people are saying about that. See what I'm saying? Okay. If watching tarot is a thing for you, start reading the books, you know. Understanding card meanings, and maybe take a class, you know, do the things that interest you. You know, you like baking, want to get more into it. I love that I graduated from culinary school, because when I cook a meal, I understand flavorings, and it has nothing to do with salt and pepper. And so when I make a meal, my lasagna is going to taste completely different from my sister's lasagna, because she's going to use the normal lasagna ingredients, and I'm going to do other things that is still going to create the savory deliciousness of lasagna, but it's also going to have a little something about this dish, you know? Not that it's more fulfilling or anything like that. It's just going to taste slightly different because I'm going to use different things. I'm not just going to use just oregano, you know, as an example. I'm just using that as an example. And so is life that way, right? We all use different said ingredients and flavorings for what it is that we want to accomplish and do. And we need to be following our paths right now, especially now. So if you feel like quitting your job is the thing to do, do that. And do you necessarily need a plan? Well, I'm going to say yes. At least an idea or direction of where you want to go. You don't have to have it completely mapped out, but you should know how you're going to not completely shake up your life without having a resolution. Make sense? Yeah. I know that makes sense. But you should be doing those type things, right? You should be looking into what is best for you and all that it is that you want and need to do for yourself. and for your life. I wanted to see, what it is you wanted to do for yourself and for your life, and understand that the components to it are complex, because everything is, and just, ask the universe to open up the doorways for you to create and have the life that it is you want, and then lay it out what it is that you see for yourself, and just watch things come to you. And I'm not talking about a bird or a leaf or things like that, even though those are signs. I'm talking about a specific phone call or conversation. Like, be open for the opportunities. It could come from a homeless person, or the person that buys you coffee ahead of you in line at Starbucks. Like, it can come from anywhere. You have to be aware, open, and ready to receive, right? So do that. I'm always looking to have the answers brought to me, and say, make it plain as day that it can't be missed. And even if I miss it, bring it back to me so that I can realize it. Yeah, we have to remember that we can talk to the universe like we talk to ourselves, like we talk to our girlfriends, our homeboys, our moms, our dads, our sisters. Like, even though it speaks different languages, doesn't mean it doesn't speak your language, right? The universe is multilingual. So just make sure that you are staying open to the resolve for the issues that you feel need to be resolved, because it's not gonna always come easy. And I was just talking about this. That's a part of self-esteem, worrying about what other people have to say about what it is that you want to do, what it is you want to have. Look more into yourself. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. There are other people that you need to connect with. Now, you may have, you gotta work, you gotta do the things, darling. You gotta do all of the things that it takes to attract what it is that you want, to pull in the energy that it is that you want. Clear and plain as day, universe, clear and plain as day. Love you, appreciate you, thank you. Whatever it is that comes your way, you can handle it. You can acknowledge it. You can persevere through it. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. It's all, I'm telling you, the conversations always align. The soul conversation, oracle conversations on this channel always align with whatever I start talking about before it happens. I don't care what cards I use. Spirit will always bring forth the message in an open light. Always, it always does. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to be connected. It's a beautiful thing to have knowing. It's a beautiful thing to have self-assurance, right? It's a beautiful thing to know that you want a thing and that you're capable of a thing. I am open to seeing both sides of the situation. My side, their side. The victim and the villain that you are in other people's stories, right? Victim or villain, because we all are, one or the other, in other people's stories. Remember, your truth is yours, just like their truth is theirs, right? They'll see a thing one way, and most of the time, I just had someone circle back around in my life. Hello, Margarita, right? Who was very unhappy with how I ghosted, okay? And was just like, you could have talked to me, blah, blah, blah. I think I'm a pretty understanding person. which is my truth, because they just said their truth, right? They think that they're an understanding person, but my truth is you're actually not. So, but I always let people talk and get out what they need to get out. And then he says, you know, it's just not cool. And I said, it's not cool. You felt offended because that's something that you wanted for you to do, or you didn't like that I took charge and just not. He was like, I just don't like the fact that you just stopped talking to me and blocked me on everything. I said, I did what I needed to do for my anxiety, for my mental health, for my growth. I did what I needed to do for me. And, you know, I'll take this time to apologize to you because I just feel like that's what you're looking for. Like, I feel like you're coming back around under this anonymous account to figure things out. So I'm going to take this time to apologize to you. Will I say that you did anything wrong? I'm going to say, well, I wasn't heard. And I'll say this. You may have heard me, but you didn't really listen to me. You know, you wanted what you wanted. And that was pretty much it. Even though it's like, yeah, I get it. I understand. But I'm still not giving this to you. And instead of like actually saying that, you know, you did it through actions, which I don't really, you know, I don't really vibe with too much. But, you know, you are the type of person you are. And I'm not saying you need to change for me, because I will never ask a person to do that. You don't need to change for me. But I do want you aware of how it is that you're acting. Because if I have an issue with it, I'm pretty sure other people in your life is having an issue with this thing that you don't want to face. And it's fine that you don't want to face it, that you don't want to do anything about it. You know, I am me, and this is, you got to take me how I am. I like, listen, I understand, because I have some things about me where it's just like, I see it, but right now it's just not a priority for me to change. Now, I never say never about change, because it's infinite and it's an uncontrollable thing. Like, you can't, there's a lot of elements to that. So, not that I tiptoe around it, I just never say never to change of any kind, because you just never know how the planets are going to shift, right? So, even if you do know how the planets are going to shift, I just want to go back to that. Even if you do know how the planets are going to shift, you don't really know how impactful it's going to be directly to you in that shifting. Okay, so moving along. And there may be specific things that we could have done to better our connection or friendship, but you know, I didn't want to live the way you are living, because I know you're still living that way. Like, and he was like, yeah. I was like, I know you're still living that way. I don't want to live like that. And I'm not trying to shame you for what you want. I just don't want that for me. And I've had better experiences, and I will have great ones in the future. And I'm just not, I don't want to block anything that's coming my way by doing this thing. Because once you show the universe that you're okay with a thing, it'll keep bringing you that thing. And I don't want more of this. So I'm not doing any of that at all anymore. Hanging out with those types of people that think that way, that move that way, that live that life. None of them. Any of the people that you remember me doing anything with that was similar to what we were doing, I'm not doing any of that anymore, or with those people. And he was like, wow, you know, it's good for you to, like, you know, see that you needed to make a change. I made one. You know, and thank you for your apology. You know, I hope that you know, get everything out of it. I said, I am. I absolutely am getting everything that I want out of life. Now, the shift is never easy, but the reward is like so much worth the work. It's like working out. Like, after a while, you're like, yeah, look at that six pack. Look at that. I've been doing this for 30 days. They finally popping in. Like, yes, absolutely. Like any other work. My hair has grown so much. I'm excited about my growth. you know, and the things that it's doing. I am. It's about to get longer. I'm really going to be hard to control, and you going to be able to tell me nothing. Now, it's a stiff afro. It's a thick one, but it's a long one. Okay? Wait till I get this silk press, honey, and it's down here. Okay? So, and I'm just saying that to say, your growth is yours to have. It obtains these things. It obtains you taking control and paying attention to these things. Your self-esteem, how you think about yourself, what it is that you want for yourself. How are you preserving that? And how are you open to seeing others seeing you through your change, through your shift? Whether you agree with them or not. Because you will still see it, you will still hear it. Doesn't mean you have to acknowledge it, doesn't mean that it has to be a part of you, but you're just aware. Because people are going to have an opinion no matter what. And know that the change is going to be a beautiful one. And I love these colors. Ajna, your pineal, your head chakra is here, your throat chakra is here, and the sacral is very pertinent. Okay, there's these oranges and reds. So, you know, do some sacral chakra listening, meditate on each chakra, however you feel you need to do. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Okay, things have to shift and change, you know. And I had to explain to him, just like you said, you had to do X, Y, and Z to get the job that you have. Like, and a lot of people didn't want to make that shift and that change with you, that you knew was very capable of the job that you was moving into. But they don't want to do that. And that's how I feel about our situation. I don't want to do that. And life will go on, and you will be great, and you will have many loves, and ones that will abide by the rule that you live by. But that's not me. And that's not you. Create your own rule book to life, very much so like a Bible. Your Bible. Your holy trinity for yourself. What it is that you want to do, where you want to go, what you want to see, how you want to be in this human experience. Gather the tools you need to grow that. Grow and be great. Grow and be great. Namaste.